Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and yeah, today is a result of 500 Crimson Temples. Um, I stated that I want to run 1,000, but I can't do it in a week because I don't have time to play that much. So I decided to just finish it up at 500, and I'm gonna tell you this. Spoiler alert. I was losing money. I was losing money. The way I count currency that I gained, I was absolutely losing money. If you don't really count anything else, and I want to keep it that way, I want to keep it real. Right? I want to keep it the same way. I ran those 118 maps, that way, and I'm gonna run this exact way. But the cost of the map is definitely higher than that, that time, because I just bought the map. Some of them. I do get some of the map myself because I ran like 8 mods map. And I'm gonna say this. This is a little bit feel like a over, invested strategy, which is we'll get into it later. But generally speaking, you're not gonna lose money because it's hardly to lose currency running these things if you can sell most of the stuff. So I mean, you can skip to the spreadsheet if you want to. Once you see the results, like all the things will be laid out there, or you can just wait for me to explain things and set up as well. So let's go to my setup first. I'm not going to show you results. If you want to get to results, you can just skip, right? But I'm going to show you the Atlas tree, the map modifier that I've been running with, which is 8 mods, and then scarabs and also sections, right? So let's see section first, because why not? We just press G and we see sections. There you go. Section is I'm running with Shrine, Bloom Shrine especially, Magic pack size because it's pretty good. This one, it's basically just a no-brainer because it's pretty cheap, and then no reflect because I want to run every single map mod. So no reflect allow me to do that because you're not immune to reflect, because I'm running with a, what's it called, the mana forge. So whenever your mana forge go off, you're literally killing yourself if you're running a reflect map. So that's why I absolutely need this. And other than that, there's nothing much to talk about it. I ran with 8 mods, something like this, just 8 mods. Anything's fine, 40 pack size, 39, 37, 38, whatever. So basically just 8 mod map, and no quantity because no quality on the map, because most of the time when you drop these 8 mods or when you buy it from the market, it's literally have no quality on it. So you're running it with 0 quality, which is about like 20% less quantity on your map, but you still have the same pack size. And this strategy doesn't really require quantity, so I don't really care about quantity that much. It does help if you want to get some donation card, but most of the time you only care about pack size, and that's what we care. This is my Atlas tree. It's pretty much just the good old growing hordes and grand design. You can do this. This is pretty much a tree that's pretty stable, unless you want to go with the essence. You can do essence. Essence is pretty cool. It's pretty. You grab like 3 of these nodes, and then you'll be fine. But I've been running with Rope Exiles and Torment Spirit on Rope Exile, which is kind of cool. When you get them proc, I think it's pretty consistent to proc these. I think like 8% chance, pretty big. You ran a lot of maps, you probably get like 40, 50 maps of 20 Rogue Exiles. I didn't get that much out of them, so I think I got like 2 tabulas and like 1 helmet, like the Black Sun helmet. I think that probably the most expensive things that I got from these guys. But if you run them enough, you're probably gonna see good stuff from it. You can probably do Unrelenting Torment as well for 30% quantity. But in the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter that much. It's just fun, It's just fun having some exiles running around, die. And these things just give you a lot of pack size, so I just decided to just do it. if you don't want to do this, you don't want to do Exile, you can definitely go Essence. Essence is pretty good. If you do Essence, I don't think you can lose currency. I'm pretty sure you can't lose currency. If you do Essence, you count Essence in. Count Essence, you count map. I don't think you can lose currency doing that. But, you know, anything can happen. And that's pretty much it. And then I sustained my currency by selling maps. So I ran with all the Crimson Temple picked on my favorite, favorite slot, and then I do singular focus. So generally speaking, you get a lot of map, get way more than you would ever need. And I've been running 8 mods, so I never really care about the normal map anyway. So I sold them, quite a lot of them. I think I sold like 800 or 900 of them, like in total. I get about like almost 10 divines. Well, I mean more than 10 divines, just by selling map. And all of those divine, you know, converted into sextons or converted into 8 mod maps, I would say it's still not good. All right, so let's go into the spreadsheet because I don't want to talk about this shit. Well, I mean, let's just see the raw result. Like, this is the raw result that you can see, you know, 9 divines, 13 exalts and stuff like that. It's cool. You know, you can just stop if you want to see this, but I will explain it in the spreadsheet anyway, so what's the point, right? So let's go. So spreadsheet. This is a total cost, and it's roughly estimated cost because my map didn't cost this much. I think I bought it like 3 divines, and then the rest of it I was just farming it myself. But in the case people wanted to know the real cost, this is the real cost. If you buy everything, you're literally buying everything. You don't farm it yourself. You're not having any Russian scarab you have to buy from the market. Well, correct math, you absolutely need to spend it. So why was that 1,500? What is that? Wait, I had to do what? Okay, it's 500 times, so I'm stupid. Well, I mean, the cost will be brought down by a bit, so that's fine. I mean, the map cost is still very, very high, right? Generally speaking, I don't think this is the real cost of the map. I do farm 8 mod map myself, and those sections do cost currency, and you have to respect your whole tree, and it just costs you about like 30 minutes of time to prepare, change your tree, and then just set up your scarabs, your sections, stuff like that, to be able to run to get your 8 mod maps. I did that a couple times, so during the run. So my conclusion was, it was fucking dog shit to swap over your tree to do the other thing and then swap back. It's horrible. I don't like it. So I put the currency, I put the cost in here because if I were ever to do this thing again, I would never swap tree again. I would just buy the maps off the market, don't fucking care, that's it, right? So I put the cost in, you can see the cost here. Everything is probably a little bit overpriced. Maybe these things get changed in price because people running them, I don't know. But generally speaking, this is the price that you were looking at. And you know, the total cost of 500 maps is about 60 divine. That's a lot, right? 60 divine, that's pretty big. And then again, you know, I need to change the because it's only 500 maps. So I lose, well, tiny bit, right? Because the way I count currency is this way. I count the currency this way. Because I have my starting currency, my starting chaos 429, and I spent 1,500 because that is what you're at mod cost. So I need to add that, and then I need to add the number of my chaos orb that I had in my stash at the end of the session, which is 590. So literally you get about 1,600 chaos, but this is not raw profit. But I actually have to count it in because it had to be It had to be there. Otherwise, like this cost would just be like literally a free money, and then like I lose twice as much, right? So I need to count it in because in the end, it's gonna be, you know, well, basically it's a direct reduced cost of the QX mod. So this is the way you counteract QX cost when you run this map. You get a lot of chaos roll. And in the end, I lost money, lost currency. I ran about 16 hours, 15 hours and something, 15.6 hours, literally 16 hours. I spent about 16 hours running these maps. And then I lost about 0.3, 0.4 divines per hour, the way I counted the currency. Undermaking, overscouring, greater. I actually lost more because I never really sell greater Eldritch Ember. But maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll sell it this time around. It's so annoying to do. Grand Eldritch Ember. This is pretty easy to sell. It's pretty fast to sell as well. Awakened Sextons. It's kind of sad. It's got 899. I wish I dropped the last one so it can be 900. But well, I mean, whatever. So this is like the most currency that you would ever get from this strategy, right? So in total, you get about 55 times. I don't know how. Yeah, about 55 times. How is that possible? Well, I mean, yeah. So you lose money because I didn't count anything else. I didn't count maps. Didn't count Scarab. You get a lot of them. You get a lot of the Venation card as well, because running Crimson Temple, you're gonna get some Jackpot drop, but in 500 maps, I decided that you're probably not gonna see a single apothecary. On average, you're gonna see about like in about 700 or 800 maps without any investment in terms of Scarab for more divination card drop in maps and stuff like that. Generally speaking, you're not gonna see it, right? 500 maps, that's pretty low. But I did get one, and we're gonna count it in. Maybe we're not counting it in. So if you don't want to count it in, if you only want to count, well, what the fuck? If you want to only count in currency that you can liquidate really fast, then this is the result that you were looking at. So I don't think 8 mods is a good investment, but it's a pretty easy one. You don't have to roll your map. You don't have to click your map multiple times. You don't have to click like 1,000 times to roll your map. So I think it's a risk saver. It saves your hand. Your hand is not gonna get sore. But if you can just run your own map, you can just roll your own map. This cost would be absolutely nothing. It would absolutely cost you 0 currency. Like, look at that. You gain so much currency, right? If you do that. If you just crap your own map. But if you crap your own map, you're not gonna get 8 mods. You're not gonna get a lot of pack size. So you're probably not gonna see this result in the end. But you will get currency. Like, you will probably make about 1 divine per hour on just currency alone. And I think that's pretty good still. But I do this just for the sake of my hand, and I don't like, putting my hand under stress. And now we go into the Jackpot drop, or the drop that I don't think it's likely to happen, but it will eventually happen if you run enough of these maps. Which is, what is this thing? Oh, this one just something, right? Hidden data. Let's go. So, I got Apothecary. This is ridiculous. I don't want to include it in my final result because what is this? I got it in 97th map, which is really, really lucky. That's super lucky. But hear me out. Hear me out. This is ridiculous. I ran in a total of Defil Cathedral and Crimson Temple, and it killed probably over 2.7 million monsters in total of those maps. This is probably the first Apothecary I dropped after 2.7 million kills, which is above average. You're probably looking to see one apothecary every 2 million kills. So I think it's above average. But the number of map, because I start running, the recording stuff, it's only 97 maps. So this is kind of like, look like it's lucky, but it's actually not, right? It's actually not lucky. It's above average, if anything. Dragon's Heart, I expect to see this more, actually, but I only got 1 out of 500 maps. Garage Power, this is from the altar. So you get altar and you can like drop unique jewelry divination card. This is from it. First, Fate Worth and Worse Than Dead. I think I've seen this multiple times, but I don't know why I never counted in. And I start picking up like probably like at the last 200 or 300 maps, and I see 1 of this divination card. The Enlightened is actually dropping quite a lot. I dropped 5 of them. 2 of them were dupe. So I actually dropped 4 of them, and then 1 of them is an extra dupe from one of the map. The Fin is actually quite rare. You're not gonna see this. You're literally not gonna see this. This is rarer than Apothecary. This is the rarest divination card of all. It can drop from altar, right? You need to get the altar to drop divination card that drop unique item, unique jewelry, or corrupted item. I think I got it from the unique item, which is kind of cool. Unique jewelry item. 7 years bad luck. I got 2 of them. That's pretty cool too. So if you count in all the divination card drop as well, so this is the profit with just currency and divination card, which is kind of easy to sell. I got about 111 divines, which is gonna be insane. Like it's almost double the investment, which is kind of not true. You're not gonna expect to see Apothecary in 500 maps. You never expect to see Apothecary in 500 maps with this strategy. This strategy has 0 quantity, 0 magic find gear on your character, so you're not gonna expect to see them. But the double progress is actually quite lucky this time. I dropped 58 times in 500 maps, which is about 11%. I'm gonna count it that as about 12%. So 12% profit rate. That's pretty cool. So that's a cool niche thing. If you want to farm, boss, for example, if you count the boss thing, the invitation, if you count invitation, I got 20 total. So 20, it's roughly about 18 divine, isn't it? Right? It's about 18 divine. So 18 divine, then you count it in. It's definitely you're definitely making currency, but I don't want to count it in, right? I don't want to count it in. I want to count currency. That's what I want. I absolutely hate myself that I only got 9 divines, because the crazy thing is, I got these 9 divines in the first 200 maps, and the last 300 has never seen a single divine drop. That's crazy. That's crazy. The final play I want to make. This feels like an overinvestment. You don't want to run 8 mods on this strategy. You can just run a 24% pack size or more. And if you happen to corrupt it yourself, you literally save like half the cost of the run. So I think that's my conclusion. Don't overinvest it unless you're not gonna make a currency back by just currency. This strategy allow you to get these divination cards without selling them. Like if you want to farm Apothecary, like let's say you want to farm this, you need currency to be able to sustain your farm, right? You need currency to be able to sustain your farm, and this is almost break even. But if you just crap your map, by yourself, corrupting them by yourself, you will have an unidentified, which you can run unidentified sections, which will give you more pack size than 8 mobs. You will have a less quantity, but you will have more pack size. Generally speaking, 8 mods, it's equivalent to unidentified map with sections. So I would say just crop your map. It's much easier. No, it's not much easier. It's much cheaper, and you will sustain your currency more. Much easier to sustain your currency. Just currency, right? And if you count in everything else, you count in maps, you count in boss invitation, you literally make 3 or 4 times more of the money you invested in, which is kind of cool. Cool idea. Without counting in Apothecary, by the way. If you want to farm Apothecary this way, you probably have to run 4,000 or 5,000 maps, and that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. It's not horrible. You can do it in in 3 months, I guess. Run 5,000 maps. With this strategy, you run about like 2 minutes per map. So 2 minutes per map, what is that? Calculator? 2 minutes per map times 5,000. Oh my god. 2 times 5,000 divided by 60. That's 166 hours divided by 24. That's 7 days. But you're probably not gonna play 24 hours a day, right? Well, I mean, if you don't have the time, you have like 3 hours a day, then you need to multiply this by 8. So it takes you about 2 months. So you can farm 5,000 maps in 2 months. If you farm it since league start, you can definitely have one of these, sets of Apothecary, or you can just buy one, because, well, these things gonna give you more than 400 divines already. Like at that point, if you farm like if you farm 5,000 maps with this strategy, you will have more than 400 divines. You will have more than a mirror already. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my conclusion. Don't overinvest into things that doesn't really matter. 8 mod doesn't do anything for this strategy. You would better off just run unidentified map and just crop your map. Just literally just crop your map. It's much easier, it's much cheaper, more effective, and it's gonna get you more results. But that's it. That's it, guy. I might do more of this thing. It's gonna be, well, I'm gonna crop my own map. I'm not gonna run 8 mods anymore. It's dog shit. Don't run 8 mods on this strategy. This strategy doesn't allow you to spend more than, like this is like 25 chaos per map. Like you'd spend about like 25 chaos per map. But it's not worth, right? It's not worth doing that. So in the end, I conclude that if you only count currency the way I did, you lose money doing this. You absolutely losing money. But if you count everything that you can possibly sell, you're not gonna lose currency doing this. You will be bad because you're not gonna make a lot of currency. But it's pretty fun because you don't really need to click much in a map, and I think that's pretty relaxing. If people love juicing, I mean, I get it. You get like some explosion, some loot explosion, some divination card drop, some rare drops and stuff like that. I get it. You love magic finds and stuff. I did magic find in the past. I'm okay. I know how it feels. And if you love magic find, don't let me get in the way. Don't let me tell you otherwise. Just do whatever you feel like it's fun for you. I just want to take a rest from magic find and from a lot of map choosing. So I was gonna do this. Probably for the rest of the league, or maybe I'm just gonna do solo server farm, but maybe not solo server farm this league. Maybe next league, if nothing really changed about the game, I probably want to do something else rather than playing Red League. But that's about it. See you on the next one. Bye.